Welcome back to another Thronefall video. So this time we are going to be going through Totend Quest D. Quest D is the no towers, no units, and no walls pact. So quite a formidable set of mutators there. But the solution that I found is basically to just ignore the no units pact and go for a full units build anyway. So we're going to use Blood Wand. We're going to use the sustainable mining for economy because the mines get destroyed very frequently, gladiator school, archery skills, melee damage, and experience gain. And we will jump right into it, and we'll go through and hopefully have as much success as I had when I was testing this. When I tested it, I didn't die either. So what's important for this first wave is to immediately get units, and then also to start building some economy. I'm not sure, maybe it's better to work on getting these shrines nice and early, but that is not what I ended up doing. So we will just go through that. First night kind of tedious, but we'll get through it. Just a nice straightforward night. Not too difficult there. So now what's our income for this day? We have 14. Just enough to get another set of units if we want, but that's not what's most important. We really need to build economy to just get money flowing. Once we have more money than we know what to do with, then we're in a good position. But until then, we should probably keep building economy. Explosive traps are mostly useful there for later points. And then we'll get this shrine, because we should be able to activate a majority of the shrines as well. Let's wait till they get close enough, and then let's go. It only takes, I think, 3 of these people? Oh. So now, yeah, we just want to be able to activate the shrine to get the additional damage from it. And are we going to be able to... Actually, I can easily activate it on my own here. There you go. And it should be fairly safe from this point. It's just make sure that you activate the shrine, run around everyone so you don't get hit too much. And then that is that night. Now that we're here, we want to make our berserkers a bit stronger. The berserkers are the units that we go for again because the damage that they do when they jump into battle is significant. And we want to take advantage of that for sure. I have 2 extra. I don't remember what I did last time with these 2, but it's really not too big of a deal. Yeah, that's 4. Okay, we'll just get a house. It'll pay off, right? We'll get... Well, it's wave 4. We'll get 10 gold from that, and we put in 2. Pretty good deal. And... the difficult thing here is making sure that the berserkers don't jump out too far. We're going to lose the farms, most likely. Okay, perfect. It'd be nice if those 2 could die right now, so we have a rolling respawn, but it doesn't seem like we quite have that. Also, as nice as it would be to keep that of the farms there, we do want to activate this shrine over here. Nope. Get back here. Nope. Come on. We got some spider leakage again. Alright, there we go. And we activated the shrine. Perfect. So now it's just get our archers back a tiny bit so that they're not the ones being targeted. And we're good. And we got 2 shrines activated at the cost of a decent chunk of our economy for this wave, but that's fine. Oh, okay. Not really necessary. I didn't have to be using my ability. Now we have a bunch more people there. So we'll get more berserkers. And we will start doing some research here for additional armor, because the additional armor means that I end up doing more damage with my ability, which is very useful. And then for this, there's no real need for assassin's training. What might be useful is the extra health and self-healing, because then that means that I can use my ability more effectively. And we will try and get everyone right here. Once we get people respawning, then we're good, which now we have our flow of respawns. Hopefully they'll be able to activate that shrine. Alright, those spiders are gone though. Now we just need to drag everyone up here. Very important, because they are dealing damage. Not enough to stop the run. We have plenty of health, plenty of capabilities in our, well, DPS. So it's not really anything to be too concerned about, but just something to make sure that you don't forget to do. Just to make sure that, you know, home base is adequately protected. We do want to make sure that we have plenty of economy coming in. And we don't have enough to get this one. That is fine. What we are going to do is get the windmill here. It's going to die, but the explosives will help us out a bit here. And we'll pull everyone forward. The explosives don't help too much for this wave, admittedly. But they do a bit, and that's better than nothing. And once we get the spider, actually even with the spider still here, we can try and drag them over towards, well, closer to this shrine, but also just to activate the other shrine. Which is a bit of a fine balance. Let's first drag these guys over here so they don't kill too many of them. And we need to make sure they stay attracted to us and not to the buildings up there. And there we go. Now we should be good. So that'll activate another shrine. Yeah. One more shrine activated. Now it's just a bunch of the snails. What's the best way to go about the snails? So, We have plenty of explosions, which are going to deal a significant amount of damage already. We want to make sure that we are still focusing on economy, so we're going to level up both of these, because that will help out significantly for future waves. And then this, well, it's good to, we really just want to make sure that we have enough people. So we'll do fire archers. The splash damage, the additional damage against siege units is just helpful. And then we will get one of these to 8 people. And with the spare money, we can continue doing research, so get even more armor. And now we have 6. 6 is always an odd amount to be dealing with, but we'll just go for some houses. It's not enough to get a tower, and if we, like, the only towers that we will get are in the center near the castle for the most part. So let's hop into it. Try and hold a few of them so that we have some rolling respawns a little bit. Okay, so now by the time that these next ones get into the fight, it's still not enough to save the farms, but it's enough to let some of the farms survive. I think mainly just the windmill itself. But actually, it might be enough to keep more than that alive. Although that might be questionable, because they are getting a lot closer. What else did they kill? I think oh no, we keep most of the mills alive. Nice. So we do keep a large chunk of our economy here. They only blew up half of the farms. So now we have a bunch of things here. We will try to activate both shrines this wave, which should be very possible. That's a very achievable thing. And we will get... what wave is it right now? I don't remember which one we need to level up the center, but we have enough to do it here, so we're going to end up doing that. It costs 20, right? Or does it cost 25? It costs 20, yeah. And we get Godly Curse because just dealing 25% of their health in an initial hit is very powerful. It is much more powerful than getting like a hero that is level 1. So it is by far the most significant choice that we can have for being actually, well, damaging. And we don't quite get to that shrine. We'll be able to activate this one, and then I can maybe run down to activate one over here. Not quite. But I'll be able to get another one done. Perfect. Okay. So now both of these shrines are activated, as well as well, we just have plenty of damage. We really don't have much to be concerned about at this point. I can deal with most of the siege units by myself, one at a time at least. Like if there's one that gets close, I can easily get rid of it. Now this is the first wave where it's not just a single side, and the way that I've figured out helps for this is I got one tower just because why not, really? And then it's a lot of just put everyone at the center. let's see, we have enough for getting more of both of these, which is what we are going to do. And then 5. So we will get these 2, which will inevitably explode. So we put all of the archers in the center there. And then we split these units. Half on this side, half on this side. And that's that. And then we just sort of stay in the center and help damage anything that gets close, because our one hit will immediately do, well, 25% of its health. So our one hit is very significant. And then just the fact that we have our giant clustering of archers here means that we're going to be doing plenty of damage to all the units that do get close. So the only things that get destroyed are any of the farms on the right side that are in the path of them, and then those 3 houses, I believe. Oh, you're still alive. There you go. You were the one destroying the farms. And now it's just, really, it's just continue to level up the units. So first it's the units, then we're going to want to increase all of the heroes, of which I did 1 rock golem and then 2 lizard people. It's wave that, so we have enough time to still get 2 of these. We just have to do it next turn. And I think we were technically able to even make it so that these don't all die. Like, I think we might be able to protect our research today. I don't think so, actually. Maybe that's a different day. There was one day where I was able to protect the research when they were attacking on this side. Again, we drag away some of the berserkers just to try and hold off while the new ones are getting in from respawning. And then once we do that, we're sort of able to have a continuous stream of berserkers. And yeah, this might have been the night that we were able to protect the research. So if you do have research going in, you didn't, say, get the tower that other night, you're able to protect your research on this night from anything spawning in over here. Yeah. They don't even get, well, they kind of get close if you want to consider that close, but it's really not too bad at all. We will do range damage, just make sure our archers are a bit better, because our archers do I'm not going to say a bulk of the work, but there are plenty of things that only they can damage, because unless it's like a big blimp, it's not too feasible for me to be doing a lot of damage to them, because the blood wand doesn't do all that much. Let's see, we want to level this up, just even more economy. And then, I mean, we have all of these maxed out. What wave is it? It's wave 10. Okay. So we will get this fully done. Oh wait, no, there's one more. Never mind, not fully done. And then we will, this one will go for the golem, just so that we have just another tank, something to help block all the shots. And now we'll release our reserve units. The golem is gonna go in, tank some more shots, and then between them, so now the berserkers are coming in. So it's not enough to have a continuous stream. We're nowhere near it at that point. But we are, actually, I say that, but the berserkers are getting in roughly at the same time. It's just that the flying units don't target them, and we're not able to do enough damage to them. We do want to make sure the archers don't die, which is also why at the end of the night the berserkers are much stronger, because they're constantly respawning, getting the respawn bonus, whereas the archers we try to keep alive as much as possible. I think at this point if they die it's fine, but also at this point the night is already won, so it is relatively, I'm not going to say insignificant, having the archers is definitely part of what makes us succeed here. But they're not going to ever be as strong as the berserkers, which is also why we go for some of the archery upgrades at the blacksmith, just to help make sure that they're doing enough damage because of the fact that they're not getting continual bonuses. We could just focus on making sure that the melee units are absolutely like brokenly strong, but it's not a necessity to do that. I find it more important to make sure that we do have some well-roundedness. Let's see. We have a bunch of those people coming on. Yeah. We'll get you max level. We will get you to level 2, and we will get another lizard rider. I really like the lizard rider. And we had 8 coins, not enough to actually get any upgrades for like towers or anything, so I mean I could have got houses, but meh. And this is also why we get sustainable mining, is because the mines get destroyed basically rotating every 3 nights. Whenever the attack is coming from the side that the mines are on, that mine is going to get destroyed. So it's just nice to have a consistent source of income from the mines, because otherwise after like 5 nights they'd be done. Whereas now they've been lasting us through the entirety of the of the time on Totend. And we are barely able to protect the house even, which is nice. I mean, it's, what, 1 gold, but 1 gold can be helpful. We had 100, what was that, 110? 104. Ridiculous. I mean, yeah, we'll just level up both of these to max level. So now we have everything really that we need for the units being absurdly strong. So now, I mean, we have 1 more upgrade that we need to do over here, but it's not even the most important thing. So at this point, with any excess gold that you have, just start leveling up towers and defenses around the center, which is, I mean, all we really can do at this point. And always we want to have our melee units nice and forward, most likely going to perish, but that is the purpose of them, is that they respawn early and frequently. I don't think we're going to be able to save the research tonight. Maybe, but I don't think so. We'll put some archers closer to over here, just in case. Actually, we might be able to. This might have been the night I was thinking about last time. Can you destroy the mine? Thank you. We actually want them to destroy the mine so that we get more income over the next few nights. Because them destroying it now means we don't get like 3 gold tonight, and we would have got 2 tomorrow, so that's 5, whereas now tomorrow we're going to get 7, which is much better than the 5, and then it would have just continued to get worse. So every time that they do attack a side, you actually do want them to destroy the mine. So now it's night 13, so we have 3 nights left, 13, 14, 15. To make sure that we have the strongest spell activated for that final night, if you haven't used them yet, you should use the spells on nights 13, 14, and 15, so you get the strongest one on night 15. I go for the... What was the first one called? I don't even remember. I go for the first one, which just makes it so that all your units have to respawn immediately, and then they respawn faster throughout the whole night. So you start with none, but they respawn like 150% faster, or at 150% the rate or whatever. And then it just continues to get stronger as it goes through the nights. So next time it would be, I think, 200 and then 250 or something, or 175 and then 200. Something along those lines for how it is structured. So all of these are going to fall off the face of the earth. But now look on the map, on the bottom right, how fast they're spawning in, right? So now it's definitely not a concern. Because before it was like, okay, you know, we accept that we have to reach an equilibrium point until the barbarians start filing back in at the same rate that they're dying off. And we're just going to be using that spell every single night. So this night as well. First things first, we come up here and activate the spell again. Oh, so yeah, they respawn 275% faster. So, ridiculous. We're not going to worry about that last upgrade. No real need to. The way that we end up placing the units, this side ends up being not the weakest side, but I'll put the most attention into that spot when it comes to that. Because even if we leave them like this, right, you see that whenever these guys respawn, they're going to run straight towards whoever's attacking right here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's get all the people from you, put you there. All the people from you, put you here. What I wanted was all of the archers right there. And then we'll get the heroes down here. And what I'll do is I'll steal a few of these from both sides and tell them to run down here when they respawn. And also I will start here just to deal some initial damage. Right, so we can immediately get rid of one of those guys. And another one. I mean, yeah, we really don't have too much to be concerned about. Just look at the rate that they respawn. Even the closer they get to everything, almost the more effective we are. Because then the amount of time it takes for them to run after respawning to start dealing damage again is less. So they're able to get back into the fight faster. But yeah, it's very straightforward for what to do. We could probably... I don't think it's ever been necessary for me to actually be dealing damage to things. Maybe to help kite things to stay at a certain spot. But it might be possible to do this as a pacifist pact, or whatever that one's called, where I physically can't attack. That might be very possible as well. So yeah, now it's just the final wave with the stinky old king. So first things first, we will get this 300% faster, so they will respawn 3 times as fast. We love that. We will get these as ballistic spires, and then that's basically all we can do. I mean, we'll level this one up to level 2 as well, but that's it. So, without further ado, let's hop into this final wave. Everyone perishes, that's fine. And that's it. Quite simple. I mean, very little effort on your part when you're playing. A 30 more points. Getting the 25,000. I mean, with this strategy, it might be relatively doable as well, because there was never... The only wave that was concerning was the 75 of the mole people each when they got close. So we could probably add in a bunch of different mutators to resolve that. Anywho, that's how to do the know everything pact, essentially. Relatively straightforward. Ignore no units. Just go everything units. And that's that. Hope you enjoyed.